This program is brought to you by the City of Oceanside. The following program does not necessarily reflect the views, opinions, or policies of the City of Oceanside, its elected officials, KOCT, its board of directors, or staff. This program is underwritten in part by Waste Management of North County in Oceanside. We are dedicated to serving customers and community as a safe, comprehensive service provider, a good corporate citizen, and a responsible environmental steward. Think green. Think Waste Management.
Hello, I am Kelly O. Davis, and I am pleased to welcome you to the November edition of Oceanside Spectrum, and we have a dazzling lineup of guests for you to enjoy. First, we welcome back MainStreet Oceanside on our show to share information about their upcoming holiday events. The Vista Chamber of Commerce will be on our show to talk about the 62nd Annual Vista Christmas Parade. Coastal Music and Arts Foundation will be here to talk about their 7th annual charity concert. And we are excited to have another segment of On the Scene with Eileen. You'll literally have to tune into where she went to this month. And for our final guest, we have the San Diego County chapter of the Grant Professionals Association. So prepare yourself for this November edition of Oceanside Spectrum right here on KOCT, the voice of North County. Hi and welcome. We have for our first guest, MainStreet Oceanside, Kathy Nichol here to talk about the holiday happenings here in and around our neighborhood. Welcome, Kathy.
Thanks, Kelly.
Yes, I have to first say congratulations. I heard the Taste of Oceanside sold out. Must be wonderful feeling for you.
Off the hook good. We had so much fun. So much great food, so many happy people. I mean, over 36 tastes and 16 sip stops. It was just a lot of fun in the downtown. So,
well, we hope to keep that momentum going with Shop Local. Is that right? Could you tell us again what that's all about here in Oceanside?
Okay. Well, every year, the Saturday and Sunday after Black Friday, after Thanksgiving, we do a Shop Local small business event. On Saturday and Sunday, we'll do our Merrymakers Fair, which is over 40 vendors with handcrafted items, things that they personally make, along with the businesses on Artist Alley and at City Hall. That's on Saturday and Sunday. Mm-hmm. And then we also do a sip stop on Saturday from 2 to 5. And of course, that kicks off our passport program where anybody who shops, they get a little booklet. They don't have to buy everywhere, but anywhere they visit, they get a little stamp. For every 10 stamps, they can go into a drawing. They can do as many cards as they want, and we give away probably 100 prizes throughout the month of December, and it goes from November 30th to December 10th.
So they just have to go to the shops that are on your site, or
it's like a little card that they pick up, and on there it has every business that's participating with their address.
That is awesome. They go there, get it stamped, and then you said how many stamps do they need to
10.
be? 10 stamps, and they're part of the drawing. What kinds of things are like in the drawing that you can kind of expect?
Usually a gift from one of the Merrymaker vendors, or maybe a business, maybe a gift certificate,
awesome.
Something that says Shop Local on it, because we want to support our small businesses in Oceanside.
That's right.
And that's the way to do it.
Shop local, and while you're shopping, also volunteers and donations are needed for, you work with nonprofits.
That's correct.
Could you tell us a little bit about that?
So every year we partner with at least 2 different nonprofit groups. We've always partnered with North County Community Services at Balderrama Park. Mm-hmm. They do care for toddlers. And we usually have them and another group. They make ornaments and say what they would like to have for Christmas. So if you wish to provide a gift, you can come pick up an ornament, purchase that item. We attach the ornament to the item. And then for Balderrama, Kamaro and I go up and he's dressed up like Santa, which is pretty funny. And I dress up like an elf. And he does the ho, ho, ho. We have a blast, but it's so cute. The kids sing to us. It's very fun.
Well, speaking about Santa and tree lighting and all of that, when is it this year?
So first Thursday in December, the 5th, we'll have our tree lighting. We light the tree at 6. Of course, the guest of honor, Santa, will come in on the fire truck, the antique fire truck. We'll have activities all on Mission. It'll be closed from Coast to Cleveland. And that is a fabulous event. Santa's there. They do arts and crafts. We have a zip line. They give away milk and cookies to the kids. Great music, dancers, singers, you name it. And that rolls into the next part, which is we always run it in conjunction with the Sunset Market, and it kicks off our holiday markets. So my motto is, why go to the mall? The market has it all. And it's worked.
That's wonderful.
So we have everybody decorate and make sure that it's all festive for the holidays. We do holiday markets throughout December. There's over 100 food and prepackaged. Total of 200 people, and then Santa's at the tree lighting the first Thursday, and
Regal Cinema.
And then the second 2 Thursdays they'll be at the market.
Fantastic.
The second 2 Thursdays, Mrs. Claus will also be there.
That's awesome. So we're down to the wire, but I want to get the parade of lights that's coming.
Always the second Saturday in December.
And we have the lighting. We have a couple of plays that are coming.
That's right. Oceanside Theater and Brooks Theater, Star Theater will also be doing events.
Annie for Star,
That's
and then
right.
the Christmas Carol radio. And last but not least, we have to talk about the menorah. I think is going to also be around, we're going to also put this displayed on the
The
web.
week of December 22nd, and then the Train for Kids at Heritage will be open all the Saturdays in December.
Well, Kathy, thank you. We had to get it all in. Thank you for joining us, and thank you. Be sure to check out all the wonderful holiday events right here. Shop local here in Oceanside, and we'll be right back.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream, that I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly, just to come back in a new disguise and be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Hi, and welcome back. And I'm sitting here with two rock stars from the Vista Chamber of Commerce, Rachel Beld and Kent Lighthold. Welcome, you
Thank
two.
you.
Thank
you for having us.
So I understand we have a new CEO for Vista. Who is that?
That's me. That's me. It's Rachel. So hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah, so when did you get in the position? How's it going?
Sure. So I started with the chamber in early March. So it's been just about 8 months. And it's going really well. I jumped right in right before we kicked off our big Strawberry Festival. So that was definitely an exciting and busy time to join the chamber.
Yes.
But I'm just thrilled to be here and in this role, and I love Vista so much, so I'm glad to be here.
Well, we said the Vista Strawberry Festival, but we know holidays are coming,
Yes.
Kent.
Exactly.
I understand we're going to be having, what is it, the 62nd annual Christmas Day Parade or
Christmas Parade.
Christmas Parade. Tell us a little bit about it.
Saturday, December 7th, starting at 1 p.m. in historic downtown Vista.
Awesome.
Get upwards to 15,000 people watch the parade, and this year's theme is a SoCal Christmas.
Okay.
Everything board shorts, flip-flops, sunglasses.
Surf and skate.
That's
Surf and
it.
skate,
That's
yeah.
it exactly. It's going to be quite a day.
Even the big man himself, Santa Claus,
So I've
is going
heard.
to be joining us.
So I've heard.
Making an appearance, and he's going to get into the theme as well.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Oh, I hope he skates in on a surfboard.
We have a few tricks planned.
Few tricks,
so-
yes.
That would be awesome to see Santa on a skateboard. So I understand that there's also prizes. So there's floats and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So there's prizes involved for that,
Sure.
or is it?
So any organization or individual can participate as a parade entry. We have a form available on our website, and we have a lot of amazing different participants. We have horses, car clubs. We have people who put floats together. We have scout troops. Kent, who else? We've got choirs and
We do
marching
have choir.
bands.
We do.
Everything you imagine for a parade,
Boy
we have
Scouts,
it.
Girl Scouts.
That
Absolutely.
is awesome.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they can register as an entrant, and then we have prizes for different themes. And
Best overall,
Yes.
best use of theme, and what's the last? I can't remember.
Christmas spirit.
That's it,
Yeah,
Spirit.
the spirit. Can't forget the Christmas spirit.
So you know, kind of paint a little picture with the parade. I mean, what are like the people like? What are, besides Santa? I know that Santa's always a highlight, but what are some of the things that people are like? I just love in the parade.
It's hometown.
Okay.
It's a hometown parade that sets us apart. It's Vista. We're so proud of Vista. Vista's grown so much, and it's a hometown wonderful parade. We're all very proud of it.
I know. I have a son who's 5, and he loves to see all of the classic cars, all the car tricks. We have some of the cars with the low rider, and they do their tricks, and so that's really fun. He loves to see the horses, and my daughter, of course, loves to see all of the cheerleaders and the gymnastics and the things like that. So it's a really fun. Everyone gets involved, and like Kent said, we have about 15,000 people that watch the parade. It's a really fun day.
So are you going to be on top of a float this year, CEO, president?
I don't know if I'll be running logistics or if I'll participate. We'll see. We'll see what Kent tells me to do.
She's going to be
I take
leading
orders.
the whole thing.
I take my orders from Kent, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then before we go, I just want to get this in. Also, speaking about Santa and all these things, but we also have a heroes thing coming up for Vista in February. Could you speak to a little bit about
Yes.
that?
So every year we partner with the Vista Education Foundation to put together the Heroes of Vista. It's an opportunity for us to give business awards, community awards, and education awards. And we're seeking nominations for our business awards now. The form is available on our website, and we're hoping to get nominees in by November 22nd, and the awards will be given at our event on February 29th. On Leap Day, we're going to leap into education and raise money for Vista Education Foundation that day.
That is awesome.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I know Santa doesn't qualify for it, but the good news, you can come and check out Santa at the parade.
Absolutely.
So, thank you both so
Thank
much
you.
for coming.
We'll see you then.
Yes, absolutely. And
Thank
we
you.
will be right back with more Oceanside Spectrum.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Hi, and we're back with the Coastal Music and Art Foundation, Pam and Andy Allen. Thank you. Welcome to the studio here.
Thank you very much.
So, Andy, I'd like to start with you. You know, you have this wonderful board member that said, you've got to have these people on the show. So you're here. Tell us a little bit about this foundation.
Yeah, so the Coastal Music and Arts Foundation, it kind of, we'll have to go back, tell the story a little bit. Our main business is Coastal Music Studios in Oceanside. We teach music lessons. And so when we first started, one of the things we wanted to be doing, because of all the cutbacks in public schools, was to be offering music for free to students, even if they can't afford private lessons. Not getting it in school, if you can't afford private lessons. So Pam's always loved teaching and children's choirs. And so we thought, cool idea, let's have a children's choir and give kids a chance to sing. And so the first night we offered it in 2012, we had 72 kids show up that night. So ever since then, it's just been a roller coaster. We're in our 8th year now of offering what we call the North County Children's Choir. And so out of that, we began to, a little bit about the choir too, is it's a free children's choir for 2nd through 8th graders. We offer 2 sessions a year, one in the fall and one in the spring, and we give them opportunities to perform. And so like this fall, we have 100 students singing in the choir. It's amazing. We rehearse every Monday night. You should swing by the studio and hear them.
I
Cool.
would actually,
was amazing.
I would actually love it. So this is the same choir. You have an event coming up, Christmas for Kids, is it?
Yeah, Christmas for Kids.
Yeah, speak a little bit about that. It's
So Christmas for Kids, one of the things that we really wanted to, as part of making a difference in the community, we wanted to help teach children that they don't have to wait till they're all grown up to do something huge, to make a big impact, to make a difference in the world and to be great. And I tell them that, at choir rehearsal, I'm like, you guys, you don't have to wait till you're grown up to be great. This is it right here. You're doing it. And so we started doing this event, Christmas for Kids. It started as more of a, let's do a concert for parents and family and friends, but then it began to grow, and it has turned into a huge charity event where kids use their talents to help other children, both locally, regionally, and around the world that are in need.
That's awesome, and I have to. We're going to have to put your, daughter on the hot seat, even though she's not here. I thought it was wonderful what you said about your daughter. What would you say that your organization offers? And she said,
Well, I asked her because we were coming, and I said, she's been in the choir, and I said, sweetie, what would you say the North County Children's Choir does for kids in the community, or what does it do? And she goes, it teaches them that they have a voice in the world and in their community, mostly in their community, because kids don't know that they do. And I'm like, okay.
So Andy, that just has to just be so affirming, and just every sort of the mission is lines with that.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah?
To have our own kid, realize that she can change the world with her talents is a huge thing. This Christmas for Kids is actually gonna be our 7th annual Christmas for Kids. We're super stoked that that's happening. All proceeds from this show go to charities that serve children. So it's a ticketed event. This year we're super excited. We get to have it at Miracosta College's concert hall. It's going to be amazing. We have 2 shows on Sunday, December 15th at a matinee at 3 p.m. and then an evening show at 6:30. And that's just going to be a phenomenal evening. And the cool thing is it's not just our choir. We have about 140 student performers that'll be there that night. So we have 100 students in the North County Children's Choir. We'll have about 20 students from Coastal Music Studios, some vocalists and performers and musicians. And then we also partner with Cadence Dance Project in Oceanside, and they bring dancers out. So it's an incredible variety show, really high quality produced show that really has all the Christmas feels that go along with it as well.
Magical.
So how does someone get involved? Whether it's a child or a volunteer, how do they go about getting involved?
Right, so the first step would be, if you have a child that wants to be in the choir, the 2nd through 8th graders, it's free. At this point, we're already in full swing for our fall session, so that would be, go to northcountychildrenschoir.com and fill out a little, send your email into us, and we'll let you know. In January, we'll have openings for the next choir, which should start up between January and February of next year. So we can get them involved in the spring choir if you have a student that age. In terms of getting involved with the foundation, probably the best thing to do is just email us or call Coastal Music Studios. Then we can kind of talk about what we have going on at any given time. Primarily, the foundation right now has been focused on building the choir and overseeing Christmas for Kids, but we do have plans to really try to impact the community with performing arts across the board. So between visual arts and dance, and we've worked with other nonprofits that serve special needs kids, and we did a summer camp for kids with special needs, and that was really a powerful thing. We worked with the Shine Project Foundation.
That is awesome. Well, we're out of time. We have to come back because I want to ask some more questions. It's exciting what you all are doing. Thank you so much for serving our community like this.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
And we'll be back with more Oceanside Spectrum.
After 15 years of smoking, Eva Marie quit. There's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking, now start screening. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
And it is time for another segment with On the Scene with Eileen. Let's tune into where she went to this time.
There you go.
I was in a chorus, but I never learned to read the music. I just went along.
Okay, just.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome everybody to KOCT On the Scene with Eileen. I'm here today with the fabulous Sunset Strummers. And wait till you see the performance, everybody. This is just not an ordinary group. There's dancing, singing, all types of instruments, and we're going to bring a little bit of paradise to you. If I want to join, when do you rehearse? How do I sign up?
We offer free classes at the Oceanside Salvation Army Mondays and Thursdays, 8:30 to noon. Whatever your talent is, we'll find it, or at least I will, and we'll develop it and we'll have fun.
The fun of this is it's pretty easy to learn in a couple of moments with Dan's expert coaching. He's been able to teach a non-musical person a couple of notes where I can just jump in and have fun. Thank you for spending some time with the Sunset Strummers today. We had a most fantastic time. Want to remind you they've got 2 performances coming up. Saturday, December 14th from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the Mission Branch Library, and then Saturday, December 21st at the Civic Center Library from 11 a.m. till 12 noon. A special thanks to Eleanor, our director, and 1, 2, 3.
It's always great watching these segments with Eileen, and we'll be right back with more Oceanside Spectrum.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Hi, and we're back with our final guest. It's Valerie Grant from the Grant Professionals Association here in our studio. Welcome, Valerie.
Thank you, Kelly. It's
Yes.
a pleasure to be here.
So, you know, being at a nonprofit television station, and we often go for grants and funding and all that stuff. And you are you're the chapter president of this, the San Diego chapter of this organization. I have to ask you, why do you do this? And tell us what you do and why you do it, really.
Oh, I love telling a compelling story, and I love connecting people and organizations to resources like funding so that they can do great things in their communities and out in the world. It gives me a deep sense of personal satisfaction to do what I'm doing.
So when people are watching this and go, grants, you know, well, shoot, I'm going to just go ahead and look online and look it up and just go ahead and apply. Is it just that simple? How do you do what you do? How's that process when you're seeking grants for a place like KOCT, for example? How does that work?
Well, thank you for asking it. It's not a simple process. It's not rocket science, but for individuals, for the most part, individuals are not eligible for grant funding unless they're returning to school or going to school, and then grants for higher education might be available. So we utilize online tools and other resources to help us find potential funders like government agencies, foundations like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, for example, or corporations like Coca-Cola or other agencies that might give funding to organizations like KOCT.
So if someone says, hey, you know what, Grant Professionals Association, do you have to have a certification to be a part of this organization? How does that work? How do you take members? Are you looking for members? How does that work?
We definitely are looking for members. We have our local San Diego chapter, and then there are about 3,000 members internationally with the GPA. And nationally and locally, we would love to have more members. There is no certification qualification, but our sister organization, the Grant Professionals Foundation, does offer a grant professional certificate, and that shows that you know what you're doing, and it's based on experience, not on a test criteria that you can study for. So if you want to become a certified grant professional, you do have to have experience. But we will take anybody that's interested in grants as a profession and learning more, potentially mentoring or being mentored by a professional so that they can learn more about the grants profession.
So at one of your meetings, for example, would be a typical, if someone wants to become involved and like, you know, I've written a grant, didn't go so well for me, maybe I can be part of this organization. What does a typical meeting look like? What do you all sit around and write grants? I mean, what is it? Yeah.
We do not. We're not a think tank, but that's a good idea for a future meeting. Our meetings are different. Sometimes we meet online and have opportunities that way. Our last meeting, we partnered with the North County Philanthropy Council and did a coffee connector and just did networking so that we could get to know other people in our industry and at other nonprofits. And then coming up, our next meeting on November 6th is with a representative from the city of San Diego, and she's going to let us know about potential grant opportunities that are available in the city.
That's wonderful. Now, do you meet, because we're running this through November, do you do any, in December you're going to go, will you have any meetings or is that too far in advance?
No, usually quarterly, once a quarter.
Okay, okay. So how does someone become involved? Okay, you got them. How do we get down there and how do you become involved?
Well, just give me a call or send an email and I will get you connected with the next meeting. And then we have openings for 2 officer positions, and then also a membership chair and an education chair are open positions and available.
Well, I want to say thank you for doing what you're doing on behalf of all the nonprofits across the nation, because it's sometimes like, oh my gosh, you're looking for funding, you're trying to get the funding, and to have people like you that are in service to the community is so important. So thank you bunches.
Thank you.
Yeah. And that's it for Oceanside Spectrum. I'm your host, Kelly O. Davis.
This program is brought to you by the City of Oceanside.